please stand for the Chair of Thanet District Council.
Good evening, councillors and officers of the council and members of the press and public. I welcome you to this annual meeting of the council. Oh, I have to say hi to YouTube too. Hello. If the fire alarm is activated, please vacate the building via the emergency exits. I would advise that if filming takes place, anyone in attendance in the public areas may have their image captured. I urge anyone filming proceedings to avoid filming members of the public, particularly if there are children present. Does anyone intend to film the meeting? Thank you. Any member of the public who objects to the possibility of being filmed may wish to take this opportunity to leave the meeting. Any filming or recording will not be permitted for any item of business where exempt or confidential information is considered following the exclusion of the press and public from the meeting. This meeting is being recorded and live streamed onto YouTube. Would everyone present please ensure that their mobile phones are turned to silent and that they are not used to make or receive phone calls in the chamber while this meeting is in progress. Item number 1, election of chairs. Are there any nominations?
I nominate Councillor Deborah Owen-Hughes in recognition of her excellent service thus far.
Thank you. Is there a seconder?
Second, Chair.
Thank you. Now, as I am now a live candidate, I have to leave the room. So I'm going to take myself off to a place of safety while this vote continues. I'm going to leave, but I have to tell you, I won't find it funny if when I'm out there, you all go home early and leave me out there. So I hope to see you later.
Good evening, thank you. Baton's passed to me while Councillor Owen-Hughes is out of the room. So just to ask for the chair of the council, are there any other nominations, please? Yes.
I'd like to nominate Councillor Linda Wright. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, sorry. Second, thank you. Okay, any other nominations? Right, thank you. So we have 2 nominations, and we'll go straight to the vote if that's okay with you. So, first of all, I've got Councillor Owen-Hughes. I'd like to request a show of hands. Those in favour of Councillor Owen-Hughes, please raise your hand. Yeah. Those in favour of Councillor Linda Wright, please raise your hand. Okay. Any abstentions? Okay. Thank you. I hereby declare that Councillor Owen Hughes has been elected to the office of Chair of Thanet District Council for the ensuing year. Shall we get the chair back in? Thank you. Councillor Owen Hughes, we'd like to congratulate you on your position of chair for the coming year. And personally, I'd like to thank you for all the work that you've done in the last year as well, so thank you very much. Please, now, can we be upstanding for a few minutes in order for the chair?
We've done that.
Oh, have we? Okay, right, in that case, swiftly on.
I call upon the Chief Executive.
Thank you, Chair. I invite Councillor Owen Hughes as the Chair for 2025-26 to make the declaration of acceptance of office.
I, Deborah Owen Hughes, having been elected to the office of Chair of Thanet District Council, declare that I take that office upon myself and will duly and faithfully fulfil the duties of it according to the best of my judgment and ability. Members, thank you for your vote again. For those who didn't vote for me, I'm honoured to be re-elected as Chair of Thanet District Council. Either I did something right last year, or you've all developed a deep love of short meetings. The truth is, you've played your part too. Your aims to stay on point, mostly, your good humour, on the whole, and testing my poker face occasionally have made chairing a genuine pleasure. I'd like also to mention and thank with heartfelt gratitude the officers all around me. As you can see, they are in front and right by my side. To keep the political balance, I have one to my left and one to my right. There's two to my right, actually. That should please you. I'll continue to keep the chair warm, the agenda moving. Let's make this another year of progress and cooperation and pretending we all read the agenda in advance. Thank you. So we move on to agenda item 2, the election of Vice Chair. Are there any nominations, please? Councillor Whitehead.
Thank you, Chair. I nominate Councillor Anne-Marie Nixie in recognition of her supportive and exceptionally competent performance as Vice Chair. Thank you.
Thank you. Do we have a seconder? Yeah. Thank you. Are there any other nominations?
Thank you. I would like to nominate Councillor Linda Wright, please.
Oh, Linda.
Thank you.
Where's Councillor Moore then?
Be honest, it's not the same without Councillor Moore, is it? We miss him. Any seconders, please? Seconder for Councillor Wright. Thank you. So we're going to go straight to a show of hands. Those in favour of Councillor Anne-Marie Nixie, please show your hands now. Thank you. And those in favour of Councillor Wright, please show your hands now. Any abstentions? I hereby declare that Councillor Anne-Marie Nixie has been elected to the office of Vice Chair of Thanet District Council for the ensuing year. I call upon the Chief Executive.
I invite Councillor Nixie as the Vice Chair for 2025-26 to make the declaration of acceptance of office. Put your name in there, obviously.
Thank you very much. I, Anne-Marie Nixie, have been elected to the office of Vice Chair of Thanet District Council and declare that I take the office upon myself and will duly and faithfully fulfil the duties of it according to the best of my judgment and ability. Thank you very much.
Councillor Nixie, would you like to say a few words and advise who will be your escort?
Thank you. Well, in the fashion of keeping meetings short, I won't say much. I'll just say thank you very much to everybody. It's an honour and a privilege, obviously, to represent Thanet District Council in this position. I won't be needing an escort. Thank you very much. I'm more than happy to do things on my own. And I look forward to the year ahead. The last one's been fun. Thank you.
Thank you. I should have said, by the way, that my escort for this year will be Derek Blackman. Okay, agenda item 3. No, not Paul Moore. He's not even here. I might have thought about it had he been here tonight. Item 3 on the agenda, apologies for absence. I've got apologies from Councillor Paul Moore, Councillor Scott, Huxley, Everett and Faruqi. Are there any other apologies, please? Yep.
Apologies from Councillor Barlow.
Thank you. Any others? Thank you. Minutes of previous meeting. I move that the minutes of the meeting of Council held on the 27th of March 2025 be approved. Would the Vice Chair please second?
Seconded.
Thank you. Do councillors agree? Agree. Thank you. Minutes of the previous extraordinary meeting. I move that the minutes of the meeting of the Council held on the 20th of March 2025 be approved. Would the Vice Chair please second?
Seconded.
Do councillors agree? Agree. Thank you. Item 5, declarations of interest. Are there any declarations of interest? Thank you. I now go on to the announcements. I have received no announcements, but I would like to, at this stage, welcome Councillor Evans. Where are you, Councillor Evans? Hello. I'd like to welcome you to the meeting. We're a friendly bunch, sometimes. and I hope you enjoy your time with us here. Composition of committees, political balance, appointments to committees, panels and boards. Number and size of committees. I move that the number of committees and the number of councillors to serve on those committees, as shown in table 2 of the report, you do all have the report, be adopted subject to proportionality option agreed upon later in the agenda. Would the Vice Chair please second?
Seconded.
Do councillors agree? Thank you.
I'm sorry, I'm not quite sure when to raise this. This might not be the right point. But I was always and thought I was still sub on GNA, and I've now popped over into GP. And I don't know why.
See if we can find out. Hang on.
Thank you.
Councillor Whitehead, can you shed any light on this?
So it looks like Councillor Crittenden has dropped off, but should be on, and Councillor Bright should be off. Drive should be off. On.
Councillor Crittenden, are you happy with that?
Sorry, am I back on GNA? As a sub?
Yes.
Thank you.
Political proportionality. I'm pleased to say that consensus amongst group leaders has been achieved, and so therefore I move that Council approves the proportionality between groups for committees, panels and boards as shown in option 3 of the report. Would the Vice Chair please second?
Seconded.
Thank you. Do councillors agree? Thank you. Nomination of councillors to serve on committees. Would councillors please note the nominations to committees as shown in the councillor notes? Subject to the change we've just made. Do councillors agree? Thank you. Nomination of councillors to serve on committees. Would councillors please note?
You've just read that one.
Oh. Election of Chair and Vice Chair of committees, panels and boards for the 2025-26 municipal year. I call upon the Deputy Leader, Councillor Whitehead, to move a list of nominations to Chair and Vice Chair positions. Can I have a seconder? Oh, sorry, no, you first, then a second, sorry. I'm all dizzy being re-elected again, sorry.
Thank you, Chair. As listed in members' notes, I move that Councillor Helen Crittenden be appointed Chair of the Planning Committee, Councillor Pat Mackinson be appointed Vice Chair of the Planning Committee, Councillor Alan Curry be appointed Chair of the Licensing Board, Councillor Corinna Huxley be appointed Vice Chair of the Licensing Board, that Councillor Phil Fellows be appointed Chair of the Overview and Scrutiny Panel, that Councillor David Green be appointed Vice Chair of the Overview and Scrutiny Panel, that Councillor Rupa Faruqi be appointed as Chair of the Governance and Audit Committee, that Councillor Leo Britcher be appointed as Vice Chair of the Governance and Audit Committee, that Councillor Harry Scobie be appointed as Chair of the General Purposes Committee, that Councillor Katie Pope be appointed as Chair of the Joint Transportation Board, that Peter Tucker be appointed as Chair of the Standards Committee and the Constitutional Review Committee, and that Peter Lorenzo be appointed as Vice Chair of the Standards Committee and the Constitutional Review Committee.
Thank you. Can I have a seconder? Thank you. Do councillors agree? Thank you. Item number 8, responsibility for functions, executive decisions. I call upon Councillor Whitehead.
Thank you, Chair. Councillor Rick Everett is appointed as Leader and Cabinet Member for Strategy and Transformation. Councillor Helen Whitehead is appointed as Deputy Leader and Cabinet Member for Housing. Councillor Steve Alban is appointed as Cabinet Member for Cleansing and Coastal Services. Councillor Heather Keane is appointed as Cabinet Member for Community. Councillor Rob Yates is appointed as Cabinet Member for Corporate Services. Councillor Christian Bright is appointed as Cabinet Member for Parking, Tourism and Culture. Councillor Ruth Duckworth is appointed as Cabinet Member for Regeneration and Property. In recognition of changes to the Shadow Cabinet, I would also like to acknowledge the work of Councillors Pugh and Cupp within the previous Cabinet. Politics is not simply a matter of ability and skill, although both councillors demonstrate these qualities. Good politics acknowledges the difference between effective scrutiny and criticism and simple opposition and attack, and how important it is to know and demonstrate the difference. I thank them both for this and for their contributions. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. I call upon Councillor Davis.
Thank you, Chair. I believe I should stand at this point, shouldn't I, actually? I think I'd like to state that our position as a group is very much to support, obviously, the functioning of this council and its constitution. I'd like to put on the record we do have concerns about elements of the delegation system, and but this is not necessarily the time to debate those, and they can be brought forward for debate at committee and so on. But I would like to put that on the record as our opinion on this, because in these times, and we're heading into some very uncertain times with the local government reorganisation and everything, I think that we need to ensure that this council's policy of checks and balances through a process. We recently agreed in the last year that there would be checkpoints at which we could pull off, pause or continue. That policy must continue, but we'll address these issues in the appropriate forum. Thank you.
Councillors are... Got to read out your names. We need your names.
Oh, my apologies. I was jumping on to the next item. My apologies, and my apologies to the room. I was a bit overexcited there. It's not like me, is it? Yeah, quite obviously, I am now opposition group leader. My deputy is Councillor George Rozecki. Councillor Jill Bayford will continue in her role on housing. Councillor Brenda Rogers will continue in her role on coastal and cleansing, I believe its current title. I do get confused when you keep updating names and moving it around. I've said Councillor Rozecki, he will also, as well as being my deputy, be responsible for regeneration matters. Councillor Mark Rattigan will continue in his finance role. Councillor Emma Dawson will now be on communities. I believe it's communities. I'm sorry you're having to look across, but so she has moved on from her previous role. And I'd like to thank her for her excellent work on parking today, along with Christian Bright. And in the spirit that Councillor Whitehead has laid out, yes, criticism and critique are two different things, and positive critique is perfectly good. Robust opposition and debate leads to quality decisions. But let's do it the right way in future. And last but not least, I'd like to welcome Councillor Cedric Towning to the Shadow Cabinet, who will be responsible for parking, tourism and leisure, was it the other part of it? Culture. Thank you, Chair. And my apologies for jumping forward. That's because I was shuffling notes.
It's okay, thank you.
My point still stands though, but I won't bother repeating it when we get to it, yeah?
Okay, thank you.
Well spoken.
Council is asked to receive the Cabinet portfolios, Cabinet portfolio holders, shadow cabinet portfolio holders, operational accountabilities and executive delegated functions. Item number 9, responsibility for functions, officer decisions. I call upon Deputy Leader, Councillor Whitehead.
Thank you, Chair. I inform Council of the responsibilities for functions as listed in the report. Thank you.
Thank you. Agenda item 10, representation on outside bodies for 2025-2026. Councillor Whitehead, over to you again.
Thank you very much, Chair. The lists of outside bodies and the names of those appointed to the non-exec outside bodies are as listed in members' notes.
Councillor Scobie.
Chair, I have a slight change on this. Apologies, I was late for the meeting, so I haven't managed to slightly cover it yet. But we do actually have a second position
Sorry,
now.
Councillor Scobie, are you seconding this first?
Can do,
Or-
yeah, and then speak.
Why not?
Okay,
Thank
why
you.
not? I've spent 2 years on the River Stour Internal Drainage Board, which I have to say is an excellent body, and Thanet now has a second member on the Drainage Board, and I haven't quite managed to convince any of my colleagues to join, but I understand Councillor Wright has been approached. That face says she has not. I was understood from one of your former colleagues, former councillor Derek Crowe-Brown, that you had been spoken to about it and you'd be interested in taking this role on. Yeah.
I realise, Councillor Wright, you've been put right on the spot here. I don't mind if you want to think about it. Are you sure? Thank you. There's your person. Well done.
Super.
With that change then, do councillors agree? Thank you very much. You know what my next line says? That concludes the business for this annual general meeting. Thank you.